And now, Traders Unplugged. The gloves are off as two traders go toe-to-toe on hot topics. Let's head to the trading pit at CME for two guys who've been battling the market for years, Jared Levy and Alan Luckman. And we're off of the first round. Housing hysteria. Why are monthly housing numbers so important to the market? Or are they?
Well, most people think the hysteria has fallen off, with the prices that have dropped. But I think people have gotten more emotional about the value of their home now than they ever were. You look at the Case-Shiller Index, we've had 4 consecutive months of rising prices. And if you look at
which is still not great.
The Home Builders ETF is up 70% on the year.
I think this is the wrong place to be. I think home builders are not the place to be putting your money. I think a lot of the numbers inside the numbers are showing that multifamily housing is the thing that's benefiting here. Companies like Essex, companies like Avalon Bay, those are the guys that are reaping the benefits because everybody's buying investment properties, they're building apartments.
If you don't have to sell your house now, if you're not forced to, it was just paper profit, so get over it and move on.
It's a psychological.
The focus here should be on lending and the cleansing of the process here because banks are not lending, so look at JP Morgan and those stocks.
Moving on to round 2. Oh, Canada, the average Canadian net worth has surpassed Americans. What do our neighbors to the north know that we don't?
This is funny about Canada, right? If you don't know, Alan, from that part of the world, not up in Canada, but just close enough in Michigan, upper Michigan, the point is Canada's dollar's gotten really strong here. In fact, 50% rise against the U.S. dollar just since 2009. They utilize the resources to the fullest, and they also know how to manage healthcare, which we don't here in the U.S. So I think Canada continues to do good, and their currency.
That is one cost structure that they do differently, as well as the military, but to look at their resources, that's really the key. The price of oil has risen, and the reason they're holding their net worth is they didn't have that bubble, and they didn't borrow against their housing because their housing never rose like it did in America.
Why can't we just get a pipeline up? Why can't we have
Next
a pipeline
question, please.
Well, moving on, round 3, mail it in. Congress is requiring the Postal Service to pre-fund employee pensions, and the agency could go bust from doing so. What stocks might rise if the Postal Service goes bankrupt?
If you look at FedEx and UPS, FedEx trades almost exactly like the S&P does. So I'm looking at UPS. UPS is actually down 15%. So I think it's a better value here at these levels with a fairly average PE ratio.
I'm kind of with you on that one. FedEx controls the air. UPS controls the ground. UPS has 5 times more trucks on the ground. Ground trucks are already working with the U.S. Postal Service.
Nothing but right turns.
That's right, to keep fuel efficient. Listen, they love logistics. I agree with Alan here. I think UPS is stock to watch. I think the U.S. Postal Service needs a lot of fixing. It's another detriment to our budget, but that's a whole other story.
Tell it to Congress. Now for the bonus round question. Since it's a Jobs Friday, which one of these jobs is a fake job? Number 1, golf ball diver, professional whistler, or a dog food tester. Which one is fake?
Dog food testers are real.
I'm going to go with...
It comes back to commodities. It's got soy meal in it. It's got a lot of grains. Yeah,
you had to go back to the grains, didn't you? I'm going to go with the
food
whistler.
tester.
They're all real jobs. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being on the show.
Trick question.
It was a trick question. I admit it. But thanks for being on the show, and go do your jobs.
Thank you.